Hey, everybody. My brother and I have some exciting news and a quick favor to ask.
We just launched brothershowtoshow.com to bring the podcast, our band, and Bingo is Life, the game show under one roof. Think of it as this fun central hub for our entire creative universe.
We really want to build up our email list so that we can bypass the social media algorithms and send you local alerts directly. And to make it worth your while, we're giving away one free t-shirt every time we get to 50 new subscribers.
Ooh, a free t-shirt. Sweet. Just head to brothershowtoshow.com, drop your email on the homepage, and you're in the raffle. Now, you might be one of those, I never win anything type. Well, don't worry. You can order any of our merchandise. It's all available at our store on the website today.
That's right. Grab a shirt, a hat, a sweatshirt, and there's more on the way. Just go to brothershowtoshow.com. All one word, brothershowtoshow.com. Go sign up, and good luck.
This week's episode is brought to you by Restless Moons Brewing, a Harrisonburg original. If you're looking for a true local hangout, this is it. They've got fantastic craft beer and a community vibe that's unmatched. Find your new favorite spot at 120 West Wolf Street. Visit restlessmoons.com or find them on Facebook for the full schedule. Restless Moons, your porch away from home. Stay local.
Schwarzenegger, Yoder, Horst.
The Mennonite Hall of Fame.
Hey, kids, it's time for Bingo is Life.
Yeah, very good.
Right in there.
The podcast.
The Harrisonburg.
The
Harrisonburg podcast.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, we're going through a name change. You know, we're slowly getting there.
I'm still Jay Zaire from the New York Zaires, joined here. Left to right by Chris and Mike. Howdy, show.
Hey.
The Bingo Boys from Briary Branch. We got Christian Parrott in the house.
Yes.
Mom Shackles is often doing whatever she's doing.
Something artistic, I'm sure.
Serving 7 to 10 weeks is what I heard. Vandalism.
Hey,
is
you're
what
not supposed to say that.
Sorry, she's visiting family.
We do have a guest.
Yes.
Coming up.
Sweet.
Fantastic.
Good one.
Christian, I hear you
Yes.
have a story.
Oh, just a quick mention. Guess who I heard from today?
Who did
Just
you
completely
hear
out of the
from today?
blue.
My friend and my former theater professor, Tom Arthur.
I was about to say Tom Arthur.
Were
you really?
I swear to God, I was
That's
about
fun.
to say. And I was like, well, I'm not going to do
Oh,
that.
man. We caught up for like 15 minutes
where
or so.
is he?
He's visiting in town for a couple of days because he's getting ready to, drum roll please, very gentle drum roll. He's getting ready to, in the same week, celebrate his 90th birthday
90.
and
Wow.
his 50th wedding anniversary.
Whoa.
So,
Wow.
cheers
Whoa.
to you, Tom.
Wow.
He's
All right.
amazing
Well, 90
dude.
90 is the new 80.
90 is the new 80. There you go. And 80 is the new 30.
And
So,
50
yeah.
is, well, that's still way too long to be married. Just kidding. I love you, Joe.
Can I do my thing now?
Do your thing.
Jay has a thing to do, too.
Oh, Jay has a thing?
What's
Yeah,
your thing?
well, it's usually because he makes mistakes in the week previous.
Oh, okay.
Bingo is Life, Department of Correction. Anyway, Chris, you had brought up Ham the chimp.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
the
that's
first
just- it
great-
was Chris's mistake.
No. It was not Chris's. It was my mistake. The first great ape in outer space.
That's right.
Was launched during the Mercury mission in 1961, and did survive.
Yes.
And lived for 17 years at the National Zoo.
Amazing.
Now, on the flip side of that, Albert II, who was the first monkey in space, went up in 1949, did not survive.
Oh.
They launched a whole bunch.
Is it true there was a parachute?
There was the parachutes kept failing.
No,
man.
he took his own life.
They were launching them on V2s out in the at White Sands, and there was a whole bunch of them named Albert, and they all got killed on the way down.
They kept naming the monkeys Albert?
Yeah, Albert II was the first one in
they
space.
changed names,
Hey, Mike,
numbers.
the monkeys didn't know.
Oh, man.
But what I was actually thinking of, and I didn't mention, was
I'm just saying, if somebody puts me in a rocket and says, your name is what is it?
Albert.
Okay, if someone puts me in a rocket and says, your name is Albert.
Have they invested?
No!
Yeah. Have they invested in me personally? Yes. Your name is 476.
let's call that a wrap on the Bingo is Life Department of Corrections.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
I'm so glad that's now a recurring thing. Although it means we make a lot of mistakes.
I just me.
Yeah, okay, good. All right.
Or I'm the one that obsesses over it.
Okay.
Because I'm Mennonite.
Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of Mennonites, we got one.
What?
That's right.
We've snagged another.
We went out fishing and found ourselves a Schlabach. Ladies and gentlemen, it's really exciting, though. I'm actually super excited because I've been as long as I've been playing in Harrisonburg, this guy has been playing right there at the exact same shows I've been playing. Everybody, I saw him first. Music.
Playing music.
I saw him with the Mild Winter. And I'm excited to see Uncle Bengine.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see all the things he's ever done. Everybody, this is Ben Schlabaugh.
Hi.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah,
Glad
man.
to join the ranks of the other Mennonites.
So I was at the hospital today, and the nurse was talking about being from Indiana, and my wife says, "Where are you from?" She says, "Goshen." So I couldn't resist.
That's our people.
The name game commenced.
Good. I wanted to say I've been trying to catch your band because I don't get out that much, and it really sounds like a cool band. I know you've got Jason on the pedal steel and John playing drums, and I finally made it down. It's been a while, but you were playing at the Sagebird.
Oh, yeah.
And I parked outside, and I was like, I'm not feeling that good. And I got in, and I was about to pay my money, and I was like, I'm really not feeling good. And next morning, I tested positive for COVID. So I guess you probably appreciate me not coming in.
Thanks for staying a little bit far away.
Enough of me in Miami. Great to have you on the show.
Hey, thank you.
Ben, what's up, buddy?
Not a lot. I'm excited to be here. This was my first night seeing some bingo. I felt like I almost saw someone win $100, which was really great.
It was fun.
It was
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
She knocked down like 5 or 6 on the
Yeah,
first
something
roll,
like
or
that.
3 or 2. Yeah, it was.
What's
in there.
funny is
A number.
she
There's a number
actually
of pins.
she came in during the very last game.
Oh, that's right.
She missed the first 3 games. Came in at the last game and won it.
Yeah.
And that just makes people mad.
Was anybody swearing this time?
No, there was no swearing this time.
people
But
were
we
mad.
also had another Jeff Bezos of bingo. We had one person. Who was that? Ariel.
Oh, my friend Ariel.
Your friend Ariel won
super,
twice.
super nice guy. Yeah.
And people always love it when someone wins twice.
And he's really handsome. It's disgusting.
So Ben, this was your first time coming to the bingo show. This is the
Yes, that's correct. That's correct.
and you will never be back.
I think I can find my way down here again now that I know how to do it.
Well, it was weird. Like now we are in between. Like the school has just, and JBU is now finished. We haven't truly started the summer vacation era of Harrisonburg yet. So right now is a very quiet time in Harrisonburg. So we only had about half as many people as we normally do.
Yeah, it was nice. Though.
But it still felt good.
It did
We
feel
workshopped some new material.
Oh yeah,
You know.
gotta try something new stuff. Speaking of new
The nudity
material,
was weird. That
Steve-
was odd. Yeah.
yeah, the
Sorry.
nudity is that
It
what I
was,
heard?
it was a surprise. I'm not commenting. I'm just saying,
Sure.
you know, you presented it. And
Pleasant surprise.
Let's talk about Ben.
Yes, Ben.
Yeah.
So I actually just saw that your Uncle Bengine is going to be playing at the Golden Pony on June 6th.
Oh,
on
are.
the last show.
Yeah, very honored to be on that bill.
Yeah, that's
Amazing.
awesome.
Who else? Who's on your bill with you?
It's us and Gull and Buck Gooder and Shagwolf and Illiterate Light.
Amazing.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah, that's
and
a great
Illiterate Light's
show.
closing it out.
Are there
Yes.
are there
Yeah.
tickets left?
Holy
Only
Moses.
at the door,
Yeah.
no pre-sale. So
Nice.
show up
Wow.
early.
And Goal is
Wow.
that's a famous local act.
Yeah, I love Nate. I met him when he was, I think, at JMU back in the early 2000s, but he's been doing golf for a while, and it's super cool if you haven't caught it before.
Oh, yeah.
So tell us,
His mask is.
Yes.
He's got some cool things going on.
Oh, yeah.
Chris had said we want to get your backstory. How do you wind up in Harrisonburg and doing what you do?
Yeah, so my parents met at EMU, like all good Mennonites.
Was it EMC?
It was EMC at that time, and Mom was not a Mennonite. She was a Southern Baptist, I think, and she was a convert.
What year are we talking about?
Oh, 70-something. That was before I was born, so I'm not 100% sure.
That might have been when I was there.
There's
Maybe I'm your dad.
no, I'm open to the possibility.
Anyway, good. Continue on.
Yeah, so they met here, so I grew up here. started going to shows when I was in high school, and a couple times my parents, or specifically my dad, probably said, when are you going to stop doing that and start doing something more productive? And here we are at 42 or 3 or however old I am at this point, and I'm not planning on going anywhere anytime soon.
Or being productive.
Being productive.
Whatever.
I try to be productive.
I was going to
just
say,
kidding.
one of the things that I really respect about what you are is that you are super productive.
Yeah.
You not only run a business, you also have your own little, you have multiple businesses that you are involved in. And that alone that's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard
right?
to have a family, have a wife, have multiple businesses, and a band at the same time.
I'm really good at getting the things I have to get done, and then we'll just keep on trucking. A lot of smoke and mirrors or whatever. But
gotcha.
yeah, I do try to stay busy with work. And then this last year, I'm also on the board with Rocktown House of Music.
Oh, no way.
And so
Fantastic.
we've been doing a lot with that, which has been fantastic and just like a life breathing thing, because bringing more music to Harrisonburg is the end goal.
Should we take this as an opportunity to talk about the show we're doing to get some money for that group?
Yeah, sure. So on June 5th,
June 5th.
at Restless Moons, we're going to be doing a show, 1991 cover show, and all donations from that show. The show is free, so we say come. And whatever money you want to give, all the money is going to go towards the Rocktown House of Music.
So cool.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. Well, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
My wife works there.
Rosie, my daughter Rosie, started learning fiddle with your wife.
Oh, cool.
I wasn't sure how it was going to work because she had never touched a fiddle before she walked in the room, but she was holding a fiddle earlier this evening, so it seems to be going well.
Marietta's
awesome.
magic.
Do you
She's
teach?
magic.
Do you teach classes yourself?
Not at this point. There are more capable people that can do that. I can do other things that are helpful in a different way.
Fix the drywall.
I can fix the drywall. Working on making it not so noisy from room to room is my
I
current
can
goal.
only imagine.
Well, I mean, they give me for beep, for bringing this up.
Oh, boy.
So you grew up in Harrisonburg as a Mennonite. Did you go to church and did you sing in church?
I did go to church. I was never really a church singer, though. I'm not going to lie. I was hold the hymn and book and just sort of stare off kind of guy.
And they let you stay.
They let me stay.
Wow.
They let me stay.
Yeah.
They even invited me back occasionally, which is great.
Nice.
And I grew up going to Lindale in between Harrisonburg and Broadway.
Right.
For those of you out there who aren't familiar with the Mennonite, what's the word?
Community?
Cult.
Cult.
that
I'm
would
kidding.
fit.
Totally kidding. They're all cults.
I'm going to write that down.
Wow, someone's going to hell today.
I went to the first experience I had at a Mennonite service was a Mennonite funeral or celebration of life, something like that. And, the first hymn came along, and I'm looking down at my hymnal, and I'm like, okay, this is, oh my God. And it was like, there's like 19-part harmony, and it's amazing. I was like, what is it? And every experience I've had with Mennonite services or just those ding-dang wonderful Mennonites, period, is people can sing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And harmonize and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
And snake handle.
No, we don't do that.
We dabble.
Worms.
So my grandfather actually grew up Amish, and my only Amish experience was going to an Amish funeral. And my dad and I showed up, and we were both wearing ties, which is not something I normally do. And we were the only people wearing ties. And then they proceeded to have a service that was there was a 30-minute English sermon, I guess, or eulogy or whatever it is, and then a Low German, which would be your Pennsylvania Dutch, and then another 30 minutes of High German. Wow. And someone had said, when it's over, everyone's going to stand up, curtsy twice, and kneel down. And so I'm like waiting, and then it happened, and then
90 minutes later,
they all sang, which was not in harmony. It was a little bit more like "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" kind of backwoods singing, which was it was beautiful in its own right.
Yeah.
Then we all walked past, I believe it was my great aunt, and then they shut the casket and they like hammered it closed in front of us. And then we put it on a horse and buggy and we took it to a field and we dropped it in the hole,
Chunked it in the ground.
started filling up the hole. Every once in a while, they'd take their hat off and sing another song, and then they'd fill up the hole, and then we ate really good potato salad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's actually kind of cool. That's
Yeah,
a
it was
very
great.
direct
It was great.
connection there.
Where
That's
was
cool.
was your dad
awesome.
from Pennsylvania?
Ohio.
Ohio. Holmes County.
Yes.
Ohio.
No, it's hung out with Drew Carey.
Yes.
There, yeah.
Tell us about how you got into what you're doing now, Uncle Bengine. It really sounds like a really cool concept.
Yeah. So, as Chris mentioned, I started playing with my wife as Mild Winter, and at some point she got tired of me saying, "Hey, tonight we're going to be in Lynchburg, and we're going to be playing to 3 people, and tomorrow we're going to be even further away, and less people are going to come." And so eventually she said, "Hey, this is fun and all, but maybe I need to stay home." And so
What kind of music was that?
that was, she played violin, I played acoustic guitar, and we had a drummer who also played banjo occasionally, depending on the song. So, little Americana-esque, I would say.
Death metal.
Death metal, yep.
Now, I should also say that I saw Mild Winter a handful of times because we shared the same bills together with
That's
my
right.
old band,
Yes.
the Red River Roller Coaster, and I thought you guys were great. I have an old CD of y'all.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
wow.
Yeah, it's just in my I think I got it for XJM.
Oh,
back
nice.
in the-
Yeah.
Anyways,
Very cool.
y'all were fun. It was good.
Thank you. Yeah, I enjoyed it. And yeah, once Mel was ready to sort of chill out, I guess really like going to Lynchburg to play to 3 people. So I started, what became Uncle Bengine pretty much immediately after that. And I think that was, I looked today, and I think the first show that would be, so it started as a solo project, and I would swap songs with John Hostetter. And so we would sometimes bill ourselves as John and Ben. And I think that first started happening in the spring of 2009. And so then we've just sort of kept going ever since.
That's been a long time.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
And you're writing songs yourself.
Yes, it's all songs I've written, but then the band certainly brings them to life and makes them what they are.
What would you call as far as what type of music are you playing? What's Uncle Bengine?
That's a question that I wish I was better at answering, if I'm being honest.
It's probably one of the most difficult questions for people analyzing their own music to actually answer, I think.
It's
Yeah.
easy with our band. It's easy with Dr. House. So
Is it?
ask me, what kind of music? do you
What kind of music do
Stupid.
we...
There you go. That's-
Well, if you were
stole my
there you go.
genre.
If you were going to cover a song, what would be an example of what you would like?
Maybe something in the Wilco family tree,
okay.
perhaps.
you have a
Lucero is another band that I like a lot that would maybe be in the line. I would say, I use the word alt country sometimes, although that doesn't necessarily, that paints a pretty broad stroke.
Sure.
And if we got billed on certain alt country shows, they would probably yell at us for being there. but so rock and
That's a
roll
good
at the
sign.
end of the day.
Nice.
With
how
a
I-
little bit of country instrumentation.
And Jason's playing pedal steel, though, right?
Jason's playing pedal steel.
It's got to be country, a little bit of country.
Yep, and he is very versatile with his pedal steel, and you need to not get COVID and come see us sometime.
Yeah.
I can't stand that guy.
Oh, man, he's so good.
Three things. Unbelievably talented, like tasteful and all that kind of stuff. Really nice, gracious, and that sort of
He's such a nice
and
dude.
he's pretty easy on the eyes.
I have lusted towards the pedal steel from time to time.
Oh, there's pedal steel. I thought you were talking about...
Well, and who was sitting behind it?
It's the straight teeth that get me every time.
On the pedal steel? That doesn't make any sense, Mike.
What was your? You say you weren't singing in church. How'd you get into music, and what were you listening to begin with? What was your journey?
My parents would have been listening to Bruce Springsteen, Neil Young, Jimmy Buffett, things like that. I didn't get super excited about music until I stumbled into punk and punk adjacent things when I was in my
Started to wake you up a little bit?
late middle school, early high school era.
Yeah.
Who was the one that you can remember that really lit the spark?
Ooh,
Who was your punk band?
so it was probably a little bit before the actual where it really got its claws in me, but there was that there was a Rancid music video on MTV, and I remember coming home from middle school. I was a latchkey kid, and it was on, and I had the TV up at probably
Time Bomb?
Yep, I think it was probably Time Bomb. Good call. I had the TV up at like 99 volume, and then a flash flood warning came, and it was like, and it startled me greatly, but I still was like, this song is pretty great.
It was genius of them to put that in the song.
Yeah, that was smart. It was smart. And to time it with rain is amazing.
It is so interesting to you have children too, right?
I do.
Yeah. So I have a 14-year-old and a almost 17-year-old, and I played that song, that particular song, "Time Bomb" by Rancid,
yep.
The other day to Melody, because she's been listening to Sublime.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you're gonna like this. She wasn't sold on it.
Like, eh.
I mean, it's just interesting to know, like you think, oh man, wait till you hear this. But this new generation's they have their own music that they are in love with, and it's their
As it
world.
should be.
Yeah. Oh no,
Yeah.
no. As it should be. As it should be. It's
I will
just
say,
interesting.
my son, he's in middle school. He's about to turn 12 this week, and
Congrats.
oh yeah, hey, I did a good job so far. I think
He's still alive, so that's something.
yeah. As far as I know, he
bar-
was when I left the house.
The,
so
bar,
I think-
the bar's pretty low for dads these
yeah,
days.
yep. But he
He was when I left.
before Rocktown got underway, which he's been in loving time at Rocktown House Music, but before that he started taking he had been taking piano, and he started taking some lessons with John under the guise that they were going to be piano, but little did he or I know that it quickly turned into guitar and drums.
Of
But
course.
there was songs where I'd be like, our bands, I'd say, hey Oliver, I think you would really like this band, and he'd be like, no, I have nothing, I have no love for that band. And then John was like, hey, you would like the exact same band, and he's like, have you heard this band, Dad? So sometimes coming from somewhere
Of
else
course.
is good.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah,
say
sure.
Oliver?
That's right. He has an Oliver.
Oh, yes.
I have an Oliver.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We both- and we both were in bands with our wives.
It's true. That's
Wow.
true.
And your wife's name is Melanie,
Yes.
and my daughter's name is Melody.
Ah, yes.
Do you have a much cooler older brother?
I do not.
Oh, okay. Just
we
checking.
need- that was
Just making
really
sure.
good. Come on, we need to give it up.
I mean,
That
well,
was really good.
I appreciate. Hey, if I'm going to be in league with anybody, Ben Schlabaugh is my guy.
Yeah.
I would
there you go.
I'd
I'm
recommend
down.
it.
I like it. I'm in.
Yeah. No. Well, I love that you are doing that with your son. Is interested. My son plays the drums. It's super fun.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's COVID changed our lives. I mean, because we had all this time. Like I know it's weird. It's tough because you are like, well, what are we gonna do? And I was like, well, let's play. We had a basement, which is also crucial. If you're gonna have a drummer in your house, it's important to have a basement.
Yeah. Or a shed very
That is
far
so
away.
true.
Yeah,
That is
and,
so
And
true.
so we started playing music over COVID, and then we did. Now we continue to play music,
That's awesome.
and
Fantastically.
we'll be playing on June 5th with you guys.
I'm super
Nice.
excited about that. This will also be my first. It was my first bingo tonight, and it will be my first cover band show that you all are putting on that I'm
nice.
a part of, and I'm
yeah.
excited
Nice.
about that.
Very
Oh,
cool.
So
man.
thank you for the invitation to that as well.
No, absolutely.
Was it hard for you to decide what song to do?
It took a little bit of work, but we are feeling good about it, I think.
dude, you picked some killer songs. I did not know that Supercharger. Tune.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And really, I came to that one by the Mummies, but the Mummies released that exact same song covering the Supercharger song, but it came out in 1992. But then I was like, but the Supercharger
Still works.
version is right there, and so we're gonna do that one.
If you don't know, we have about 20 bands or maybe 18 bands or something like that. Everyone has picked their own music from 1991. The music is all over the place. It is, and it's going to be
Yeah.
super fun. June 5th, Restless Moons.
And I'm glad you said Restless Moons because I do want to talk about them a little bit. They are our sponsor, one of our glorious sponsors. And we always like to just mention that they've got a great scene there, great people, great beer. My God, that's
Pretty great beer from what I hear.
pretty great beer.
should we-
And I think it's
Are we
time.
allowed to say it?
I think it's time because I did talk to Jeff about it a little bit just to make sure it was real because there for a second I thought it might not be real. But we have Dr. Howe and the Reasons to Live, our band, we have a beer coming out
Oh, that is awesome.
from Restless Moons. And
Does anybody in your band drink beer?
No, that's what's weird. Nobody.
Funny part.
Doug Pitts, I think he's a
Nobody does.
teetotaler.
Yeah.
We're all card carried.
and a 70-year-old virgin. So, anyways, we
That's
are
why
very-
our beer is it's tea, cardamom, and pepper, little pepper.
No, this beer that's coming out, it's a
What's the name of
a
it, Mike?
Mexi style lager,
Yep.
and it's called Dr. Howe and the Reasons to Brew.
I like it.
It is from what I understand, it's going to be a beautiful summer beer, and we're hoping that it should be ready by the 1991 show.
Will it be in cans that you can buy?
You know what? At this point, I think it's only going to be available on tap.
That's right.
But
We'll be singing-
depending on the success, we might have to get some into
We will
can.
be singing the Caleb Stein song for those good times. Drinks with lime.
Drinks with limes.
By the way, this past Tuesday, a week ago tonight, the city council finally approved the new brewcade.
Ooh,
Nice, they did.
very nice.
Yeah, passed it.
Brewcade.
So that's
I love
happening
that.
too.
Well, that's what they're calling it in some of the media.
Fantastic.
The
I love it.
wizard mode.
Yes, yes.
That was a trip watching that, but
And
man.
we-
let's leave it there at that. Since
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Do you know about that, Ben?
I have heard rumors, and I know where it's supposed to be, and I'm very excited to check it out.
They have their
Awesome.
they will have a stage.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is, I mean, I don't know that they're going to be doing a lot of music, but
Right.
it will be a stage indoors that music can happen at.
Yeah, there's some
Because
opportunity.
we are about to be hit by a big deficit in our
Yeah.
town.
Yeah.
So it's nice to know, it's nice to hear there will be some places not fully taking the mantle, but
Yeah.
at least the ability.
It's going to be an
Yes.
arcade with lots of games for your
Yep.
kids and
Yep.
family
Oh, yeah.
entertainment.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep, and they'll have the beer that they're famous for at the Restless Moons. They'll be selling it there
That's
as well.
right.
Yeah.
And any music that will be at the new arcade location will have to. All the songs will have to, something to do with Donkey Kong. It's a rule that they
I'll
have.
start working on adapting my lyrics. Yeah.
I also want to throw out there that at the beginning of this episode there was a very short little commercial for the brothershowtoshell.com. We have a website. It's brand new and just now dropped it. And here's the deal.
On the World Wide Web?
On the World Wide Web.
Wow.
I am, I know that we have to use Facebook and Instagram and all the other social media stuff. I know that we have to use that. I'm not going to back away from that.
No.
But I'd really love to not have to use that as much as possible.
Sure.
And I think one of the ways we can do that is by trying to build some community through our website. So I've got a place on there where people can drop their email in, and we're going to do every time we get 50 emails, we're going to give away a free shirt. Yeah,
Get out of town.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Why do we have to use Facebook and Instagram?
You don't.
Well,
you don't.
That's a great
You-
question.
Sucks.
Well, it does suck.
It does
But we
suck,
have to, but we have to use it.
Why?
Because
that's
we're all
where
connected.
people are, and
Yeah.
and we it's about trying to convince people like let's not all be there, and that's
really
really hard
hard.
to
It
do.
is hard to do.
Bucket's
Yes.
not there.
You know what we should do? We should start a movement. Just MySpace. That's all we do.
I got you.
Just
We're
MySpace.
going back to the basics.
Heck yeah. And
We've been
Alta
saving
Vista.
that password for a reason.
Well, I
There
tell you
go.
what. Before we do that, let's start with brothershowtoshell.com. Yes. Drop in your email, and then we'll announce winners here on the podcast. Once we get to 50, I'll give away a free shirt. We get to the next 50, I'll do the same thing.
It's fantastic.
We had Rachel Fitzgerald and the sister help me out, senior moment.
Lindsay?
Lindsay.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Derek.
anyway, they were talking about the Patreon site. Have you ever looked into anything like that, or is it not necessary for what you're doing?
Ben just does OnlyFans.
Mostly OnlyFans. I have a really good OnlyFans idea, but that's going to have to be for the after show because I don't want anyone to steal it, and I might end up at one of the clinks.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
But I am glad that I'm not the only one who's disillusioned with
I-
Facebook
yeah,
and
yeah.
other such social media. So thank you.
It's not even functioning the way it's
No.
supposed to. Even taking into account all the bad things about it. Like if somebody dies, they should be sending me the message. I shouldn't have to hear about it from Joe on the street. You know.
Well, the problem is I want it to be the newspaper, but it's not.
It's not the newspaper.
Well put.
Like I want to know. I want to see more of what my friends are doing. but it really
It doesn't want you to do that.
No, it
no.
really is constantly hitting me with like ads of things. Like it really wants me to see the Masters of the Universe. Like for whatever reason. Me too. It's like
Why does it want me to see Masters
it's like
of the
I'm
Universe?
46.
Well, that's
I'm
not
the
too bad.
age. It's like you are the age. I definitely had some freaking toys.
Yeah.
And so it's like every other ad is just me wanting to see Skeletor.
Yeah, well, I mean, it really is about engagement. They've got that down. The psychology of it's pretty solid. They know what you're most willing to, buy into.
Yeah.
And while that can be interesting, and I understand why they went that direction, it's just an icky place to be.
Yeah.
And I
But
want to
when
be in
you're
a
on
place.
there, when you're on there, though, I was going to say, you want to be in a place. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, Ben, does your band have a Facebook page?
We have a very bad Facebook page. We've been
But
working.
it's still a Facebook
there
page.
you
When
go.
you're
we
on there,
recently
go
got
there.
Instagram, and we're really trying to sow
Oh,
our seeds
nice.
in that
Yeah.
world. And
What
stuff.
is that? That's just pictures, right? I don't
Yeah.
understand Instagram.
Don't you like pictures?
Yeah, sure.
I appreciate that there's
Don't you like pictures?
No, I
you like
appreciate Instagram because it's just pictures and it's not so
Yeah,
much.
but you understand it's the same company, right?
Yes.
Well, wait. You're making me feel bad.
Yeah, I don't.
Let's
fine.
let's get to the songwriting.
I will, but I want to just throw out one more thing though, because
Yeah.
I think I think this is something that I've heard a lot of musicians, specifically. Musicians are flooded on social media because everybody's trying to
Yep.
tell their people, hey, I got a show coming up.
Right.
Golden
Yep.
Pony, hey, I got a show coming up. Hey,
Yep.
And I think y'all who are listening to this right here, thank you. I mean,
Yeah.
as another place to find out what's happening in Harrisonburg.
Yeah.
We really appreciate
Yeah,
that.
and we just opened this thing up, so I'm really open to the idea of seeing how it grows or how it evolves. I don't know that we'll be necessarily a go-to shop for seeing exactly what's happening in Harrisonburg.
We will.
But I want to find at least another avenue away from Zuckerberg and all,
Heck yeah,
all
man.
of that.
And keeping it local.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like we interview people who are doing stuff right here.
Yes.
Like
yes.
this is our town. There's a couple thousand of us that will
Yeah.
that we're really shooting for. That's it.
Yeah, right.
And if we can make that, then we'll be fine. We don't have to give our money and our time
Yes.
to Facebook. We won't
Right.
have to as much, anyways.
Right.
I don't think it's going to completely disappear.
Yeah,
But
right,
I
right.
do love the idea of being able to go somewhere else to find out what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
we'll figure it out, and I want to definitely jump in with what Jay was saying. I want to get back into the music writing. You were talking about writing your own music,
Yeah.
and I'd love to hear more about it because we all write music as well, and frankly, we love to talk about what it takes to write music.
How do you do
Well, how do you do it?
Yeah.
Can you
I
show
was
us?
hoping you guys were going to tell me.
Can
yeah.
you show us how to write music?
You
please?
know, it continues to be a little bit of a mystery where, all of a sudden, 10 songs fall out, and you're
Yeah.
like, all right. And then 5 years pass, and you're like, what the hell
Where'd
happened?
they go? Right. Yeah.
So I did spend, I think it was 2023, I decided, and then, of course, I stopped. It was very successful, but then, like all things that involve practice and ritual, I backslid and fell like the good old Mennonite. But I spent that year, anytime I came up with any idea, I would demo it out as far as I could. I would add drums and bass and guitar, even if it was a chorus or one line of a verse or whatever.
Yep.
And that year, I cranked out a whole bunch of stuff. And
Very
then when
cool.
you stop doing that, you'd stop writing as many songs.
Right. Right.
But
Do you have music out there that we can direct people to?
yeah, absolutely. So we have also, all of it is a time-consuming process, I feel like. So we have a record that came out 2020, into 2020, early 2021.
Okay.
I had started recording it before my daughter Rosie was born, which would have been like 7 years prior or something like that. So
Gotcha.
it took a long time to get through the ringer on that one. So that is out. That's called Right Home. It's up on Spotify and all the places you
Yeah.
find music.
Nice.
We are currently finishing up another full length. that will hopefully, we're like 85% done, and I'm really hoping that this one doesn't take 7 years.
Yeah. Where are you recording at?
So we tracked it mostly ourselves to start. There was a house on my street that was in family possession and was in between renters, and so we rented it for a couple months.
Yep.
It was supposed to be all the guys hanging out doing stuff, and it turned into me sitting there by myself at like 2 a.m. looking at like, why is this snare drum like it needs to move over just a little bit up, that's too far, and then you just
I'm
go
familiar.
go lay in the middle of the street for a while, and you go, why am I doing this?
Right.
My dad was right, I should have stopped going to shows. and so, but then now we have taken all of our
Call that.
big giant suitcase of trash over to Danny at his studio in town here.
Oh, okay. Danny
Gibney.
Danny Gibney.
Oh wow!
And,
Over there by the pickleball court.
Yes,
That's
near the
a fantastic
pickleball.
place he's
Near
got.
the pickleball sound is a fantastic place. It's been really fun to get him getting everything.
He's in your band too?
He is not. He's helping us record.
Gotcha.
He's helping us finish up the record. Finish up a little bit of tracking, definitely the mixing, because that's where my skill set continues to wane.
Yeah,
Well, that's
so cool.
That's nothing to be ashamed of.
No, it's fine. I like having shortcomings and letting other people that do better things because it ends up in a good result.
Yes, I have found that it's like all of that is time consuming, but it's also fun.
It is. Oh, I love it. I love it.
I'm a
I was
big
glad
fan
to
of
move the snare
recording.
drums at 2 a.m. by
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I'm bitter about it now, pretendingly, but at the time, I'm like, I don't want to be asleep. I want to be doing this.
What's funny to me is you will start moving the snare drum at, say, 9 p.m., and then you look up and you notice it's 3 a.m,
Uh-huh.
and you're like, I'm still moving the same damn snare drum.
Yes, and it's still in the wrong spot.
And it's
really,
still in the wrong spot.
It needed to be where it was at 9
Yeah,
p.m.
right.
Who would have thought?
That's beautiful.
Well,
Yeah,
there
it
are
is
also-
fun, though.
The question I would have had, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but there's people who are writing songs because that's like the thing they want to do. That's the main thing. And then there's also just not just, but there's writing them as a function for performing and for having your. And then once you get a set, a night, a showdown, you don't necessarily need to be churning out 7,
Yeah.
10 songs in a month.
I feel like there's ebbs and flows, and when you're working on the album like we're working on now, it's hard to. We have new songs and we're working on some new stuff, but it's hard to spread your focus when you're also doing the 50 other things that you have to do to pay the bills, since music doesn't necessarily do that apparently.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Unless we just
What?
get back on Facebook one more day.
one more
This
day.
next video is going to be the one, guys.
Why don't you run down? I don't think we did actually said run down who all is in your band and what they play. And what you're the singer. You're playing guitar.
Yeah, so I sing and I play guitar. I play an acoustic guitar, ran through some 70s tube amps, so it's a little bit of a weird sound.
Nice.
And then Jason, we talked about him. Jason Summer plays pedal steel.
Just dirty.
In a man, like dirty, like oof, the things we don't talk about anymore.
Yeah.
But then Ben Bailey plays lead guitar. Christopher Waters plays bass, and then the newest addition is John Hostetter playing drums.
Cool.
There's a longer list from 2009 to current that I could go through if I remembered all of them, but that's the current lineup.
You're using electric bass.
Yes, electric bass.
Yeah.
For a long time, it was Megan Tiller playing an upright bass, which was really fun. One more thing that's hard to fit in a car. So I'm hoping.
Right.
That's a bit of an all-star band, really.
It really has a way of making my songs shine.
That's
I
awesome.
will say.
Well
Can
done.
I ask a question for Jay?
Please.
Is it legal to have a Schlabaugh and a Hostetter in the same band? Is that a do Mennonite rules allow that?
If we have a Sunday show, we do have to take a buggy, but otherwise it's fine. It's fine.
Perfect, thank you.
See, there's always ways around it.
Yeah.
You're Virginia Conference.
Right. Yeah. Things are looser now than they once were.
Bush League. I think
That's
is
some
what you're trying-
inside baseball right there.
That's really funny. Okay, so you're writing songs. I'm kind of interested in what are you writing songs about right now? What is like? I find myself writing songs about my kids, my brother, my other bandmates. I end
The
up
dog.
writing, the dog. I write songs about just
You're
what's
the bandmate.
around me. That's kind of my thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's your inspiration?
I would say similar. Some of the most recent things. I'm trying to think. The most recent song that we're working on that we have not performed out is about a fictitious town where it should be a Hardee's there, but there's a Carl's Jr. instead.
Okay.
And so that's
Good.
causing all kinds of trouble
Yeah.
in the whole
Yeah.
ecosphere.
So it's like what was the Superman thing where it was not Superman?
Bizarro World.
It's like Bizarro World.
Yeah, it's kind of like, but yeah, and you don't know why you're there.
Yeah, right. So Carl's Jr. instead of a Hardee's.
Yeah, it's
Why
it's
does
a
that
problem.
bring me such great delight? I want to hear that song right now.
So, and then the one before that is about all of your hopes and dreams drowning. I don't know where that topic came out
Can't
of me
imagine.
from.
Despair, basically.
Yeah, there's
Okay,
a little
good.
bit of
Yeah.
despair, but
Yeah.
then also like wanting to be able to tell my kids that something will be all right when I know that if I tell them they're not going to listen to me anyway. So things like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's great.
we cover the gamut.
Yeah.
We've talked to a lot of songwriters. No one has ever written about like having a nice baked potato.
Ooh,
No.
man, I do love a good baked potato.
I do too. Yeah.
I know a lot of people that like to have a good baked potato
Yeah.
every once
Yeah.
in a while. No, not one song have I heard about.
Do you do a lot
Sour
of
cream.
harmonies in your band?
You know, I wish I wish we did more. Jason does a little bit of singing. We're trying to get John to sing, but he's playing the drums.
I bet you he's a
So
good
you're
singer.
just singing.
Yeah, he would be good.
You're basically the
yeah,
singer.
it's probably better to not try to harmonize with me. I have
Yeah.
a little bit of an unconventional voice, I suppose.
Yeah, I can't. Remind me again. What is you're doing an REM song as well, right?
Yeah, we're gonna try "Shiny Happy People."
Oh yeah,
That's a hard song.
Yes, it is. I did not realize they buttered me up. We were playing a show, and we were like, we kind of still need to pick one more song, guys. And then they're like, we should do this song, and I was like, sure. And then I listened to it, and I was like, what are you guys doing?
I was actually trying to learn that song. I was like, I can't figure this
Well,
out.
if you figure it out before the 5th, you come on up.
Are you going to have a second vocalist to do the other part?
So
or?
that is the last day that Harrisonburg City is in school.
Oh.
The hope is that Mel's going to do it, but I'm afraid to ask her. So
she's being asked right now.
yeah, well, maybe she'll listen to this and come down
Forgive
to
me.
Restless on the 5th. If you're listening in the future, Mel, if it is the 5th, come to Restless now, please. We need help.
Right now, you what?
The song though is a great song and it's very popular and people know it. So you could actually just say, "Crowd, sing this
Yes.
with me."
That
Yes,
would be
totally.
very
and,
helpful.
And I think they will. I mean, like, I think
That's
you're
true.
in that kind of position where, like, I typically with these cover shows, they're all sing-alongs. You know, if they're a good song. You
Yeah.
know? And all of these are good ones. So
I did that for the Paul Simon tribute show at the Little Grill. I did what's the
Tom, that's your
yeah
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
remember the name.
Yeah.
Of it. And it's got the big the big oh my gosh, the big choral thing, and I just said I need your help and turned it over to the crowd, and they did it. There were all two of them right there.
You know,
Crazy.
that will feel great.
There was one of those songs at the Paul Simon tribute that everyone sang the entire song all the way through from
the
beginning-
boxer.
The big was it the boxer?
Yeah, the
That was
boxer.
That was unbelievable.
It was really nice.
That was the
yeah.
story I was just telling. Yeah, it was my song actually.
Was that your song? No, it was not your song.
It was.
Well, Ben, I'm really actually super thankful that you're on this on our June 5th show. I think it's going to be
Yeah.
awesome. So that weekend is huge.
It's a pretty stacked it's a stacked weekend, I feel like.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're playing there on the 5th, and then on the 6th you're at the Pony, last show ever.
Oh, my
do you have any words about the Pony?
I mean, it pretty much every time we would play there, I would reference it as my home because it certainly is very much an epicenter. You know, it's. I will say, you know, being a Harrisonburg person for my entire life, I've seen a lot of things come and go and a lot of musical waves. I feel like Harrisonburg gets really close to catching the wave and riding it, and then the wave sort of goes down a little bit, and then we regroup and you know paddle our boards back together and figure out how we're going to catch the next one, and that's fine.
And we're at that paddling back moment right now.
You know, sometimes you got to paddle back.
That's really well put, though.
Well,
it is good.
Yeah. I tell you, I hear it though. There is a scene that's still brewing out there.
Oh,
my gosh,
totally,
absolutely.
totally.
And
100%.
there's houses, and there are people, and there are businesses. There's not a lot of businesses, but there's some businesses that are interested in having music and supporting local music. And the people are there. Like I'm so sad for that scene.
Sure.
Because it was such a wonderful place.
But for the houses and things, I'm just gonna, the quick caveat: we should get back to the posters that say "Ask a Punk" where it is.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because we don't want to be putting the word out where places are.
Yeah.
Right now,
I just know that
Stay out of my house.
I just believe. I do believe in it though, and I know it's almost like the Golden Pony was just convenient.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? It was like, oh yeah, well you can go there.
Yeah.
Oh, you know it's going to be good.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be a little less convenient.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes things that are inconvenience are worth the time.
Yeah. I hope so.
Well
and
put.
anyways, I know it's about time to wrap up, but I'm super thankful for all that you do and all you've done in this town.
Oh, thank you.
You're not
You
just
all as well.
You're a supporter of music.
Yeah, absolutely.
And not only do you play music, but you're a supporter of music, and I think that's huge. I mean, you've always done that.
After the Golden Pony show, after the 1991 show, are there other things you got coming up, or things you want to see in the future?
Yeah. So in a bit of I won't say bad planning because they're all very different things, but we did find ourselves with a little bit of a clump of Harrisonburg things, which we don't normally do.
Yeah.
For the last 3 years, we've been doing Sagebird on Memorial Day for their Memorial Day cookout.
Yes,
Nice.
Usually in the parking lot. You can come and see John's bass drum leg have to hold his weight because the parking lot has a slight angle to it.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
he'll have extra calf muscles on that side when he's done. We're doing that with the Sneaky Snakes coming up this Monday, which I think will be super fun. It's always a good time, and I love Sagebird, and they're
So
very
great.
supportive of
Very
the local
cool.
music world.
Yeah.
And then, like we talked about, the 91 tribute, I am self-taught with everything musically that I've done, and so I'm really bad at covers, but fortunately I think the other guys are going to help carry the weight, and
I think you're going to be okay.
I think it's going to be cool. If anything, I'll just rip Jason's pearl snaps open and give you guys a little glimpse. And then Pony last show, which again, I don't know that you need to show up there because we're there. I think you need to show up there because there's some really cool things happening, and
there's going to be people who won't be able to get into that.
So come early. Come early. They did send out a thing and say, if you leave, you have to get back in line. You don't get to just come straight back in. So, and no guest list. So stop calling me about it. I can't help it.
But I'm a famous man.
Yeah. So if we're gonna have 7 tambourine players, you guys are gonna have to bring a lot of money to get me to smuggle you in.
That is awesome.
we all know that trick.
I always wanted to start a ska band so that I could play at Luigi's when you got one pitcher per band member. Yes. And I was like, how do we expand this a little further?
I'm going to tell you what I did. This is true. A couple years ago, we played Red Wing.
God love you.
And I said,
love you.
well, I'm going to play with my family band.
That's right.
And so my family band was not just my family, but Christian's family, my brother's
That's
family.
awesome.
And Jeremiah comes up to me and goes, hey, man, love that you're playing here, but we can't have 15 people on the guest list.
You can't do that again. Love you, Jeremiah.
And
But hey, no harm, no foul, because you were going to be hosting a stage there this year. So there you go.
it did take. We had to take a 3-year break. to
Well,
get to-
that helped them get the revenue back up from the loss of the 15 guest spots.
I loved it when my youngest son said, "How am I in the
Hush.
Just get on the stage.
Yeah.
Just get on the stage, son. Just get on the stage.
Those little
played a
finger
thing.
cymbals or something.
He played guitar.
Oh yeah, there you go.
He played guitar. It's perfect.
Hey, thank you so much, man.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Ben.
Yes,
Thank you
absolutely.
again.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh
It was
my
cool.
gosh, what a
Is that,
joy.
is that music I hear in the background?
I think it
I
is.
think it
Yes.
is.
Let's be the tide that binds. Oh, no. Once again, thanks to Ben Schlabaugh and all the kids here and around the table at Ruby's Arcade, our sponsor in scenic downtown Harrisonburg. Join us 7:30 to 8:30 every Tuesday night, almost every Tuesday night, for Bingo's Live in person interactive game show. Your chance to bowl for $100 on the
Yes.
vintage Baltimore
Nice.
duck pin bowling
It
lanes.
could happen.
Wait, brothersHowToShell.com.
What?
BrothersHowDown.com.
That's the new thing.
Yes.
That's the new thing. And you can listen to us anytime you like on whatever streaming service you choose to participate in. See you next week, kids.
Bye.
Ugh.
Bingo is Life, a post-bingo Harrisonburg podcast, is brought to you by the Brothers How to Show and our friends at Ruby's Arcade in downtown Harrisonburg, Virginia. If you've enjoyed the show and feel it's worth spreading a little joy in this world, please tell just one person that you like this podcast. Word of mouth, more than any other form of promotion, is how creative works get noticed and sustain themselves. Thank you, Andrew Hickey, for that bit of wisdom, and thank you, listeners, for being part of the fun.